Yo, party people and the place to be. What's good? It's the number one chief rocket in Knicks universe. Your main man, Uncle Freezy. Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? All right, let's go. Y'all know how we do it. Blue tears, orange tears, blorange tears. Bim is in the building. We in here. Right? I'm joined by my man, Corey Lee. Corey Lee is in the building. Let me bring my man up so that y'all can see him. Where he at? Where Corey Lee at? Let me see. Let me bring my man up here. All right. Let me put my man up here so that we can rock the spot a little bit. We'll be joined by some others in a few moments. Mr. Lee, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, gainfully employed and happy to be around.
Yeah, man. Happy to be breathing some of this good, fresh air.
What?
Yeah, man.
Out here in Jim Brown country.
Bim. All right. Mega NYK is in the building. B-Baller for real is in the building. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Man, we see y'all out here. Man. And salute, man. I'm glad to have y'all rocking with us. Lee, I got a few things. Man, the Mets scored 8 runs on the Dodgers. Okay.
Mets done turned up.
They done turned that thing around.
They done put a boom out on somebody this weekend.
Yeah. And Kansas City is all over Golden State like a cheap coat.
For real.
Yeah, man.
What's up, Mega?
Yo, I got
Kerry.
Yeah, man. I got a few topics that I want to talk about tonight, man. Lee, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. Right? I think game 2. Yo, Soulfinger is in the building. Shout out to our brother Soulfinger. Yeah, man. Hey, Keith Dollar is in the building. What's good, Keith Dollar? But Lee, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. I think this game 2 in Cleveland might be the most important game in the New York Knicks franchise in 10 years.
I'd have to agree with you. I think every game plus this far is going to gain some more ground and be more just as or even more as important. Because these are actually building blocks, setting things in stone, gaining our ground of acknowledgement, and also scoping, of shaping us to what we are going to be.
Right. So I got some topics on the thing. You can't see them, right? You can't see them in StreamYard, but I got them on the screen for the chat to see, and I also have the chat on the screen, right? So the reason why I was thinking about the importance of this game is not because losing game 2 would hurt our chances in the playoff series, right? Because you don't ever expect to sweep a team in the playoffs. You don't ever go in there thinking you're going to sweep a team. You go in wanting to be competitive. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to play, wanting to impose your game. But odds are, if a top 4 seed, odds are a top 4 seed is not going to get swept, right? Usually that's like for the bottom 4 teams, right? But man, this game 2 is important because I think it eliminates some of our doubts.
Most definitely. So it should alleviate some of that PTSD some of us Knicks fans have,
Right.
or have had for years.
Right. Right.
But then again, you're gonna have some fair weather fans who are gonna still sit there on their narratives and push their fake issues on us. But
Right.
I doubt that.
Right. Don't care about them. Don't care about them. The
Nope.
fair weather, because the fair weather fans, and out of respect for the people watching,
Mm-hmm.
this channel is for hardcore fans.
If you're not for real, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah,
But
this is for
we're glad
hardcore
you're here,
fans.
though.
Right.
We're glad you're here, though.
Right. So, and my name is Uncle Freezy, and I approve that message. You feel me?
Yeah,
This
just
this
like the bottom of James.
this channel is for hardcore fans, bro. Bro, we up in the middle of the night and then get jump right back up early in the morning, right? Do
Mm-hmm.
shows during the daytime. And I didn't do the show this morning, man, because we got some stuff going on with the family. I didn't want to get into that, and this causing me to shift around like the work schedule. So I just couldn't rock, and I won't be able to do it in the morning neither. You know what I'm saying? Because we got doctor's appointments and a funeral to go to back to back.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. But tonight,
I can't wait.
tonight, right now, we rocking, and that's all that matters. And then we
Mm-hmm.
gonna call game 2 later on tonight.
But, bro, I can't, man. Do you know I cannot wait? I just got this feeling that, like, what? I was looking at Facebook. Of course, I'm looking at one of my little Facebook groups, and these folks are still trying to find ways to critique certain players on our team, and I'm just like, we we had two players, 3 players that really showed up and played, and I said, out of all of that, we didn't even play that hard, and we still won. And you still got to find something to critique the Knicks about. I mean, come on, man. It's like we could have won by 100, 140 to 95, and somebody would say, well, you dribble too much.
Right.
I mean, if you can't be happy, then don't say anything.
Right.
Just to sit there, sit back and enjoy the ride.
Right.
I am.
Right. Right. Man. Yeah, man. I I think game 2 is ultra important tonight, boss, because
Hmm.
of it helps us kind of move in a as fans
Hmm.
it helps us kind of um, understand the movement of things, right? And so let me ease my way into it, man. I'm not gonna rush. We're gonna be here. I'm gonna be here for a minute, right? And I just want to take my
Mhm.
time, chat. I want to take my time and talk about these things instead of trying to shove a narrative your way. I want you to understand my way of thinking, right? Okay. All right. So that is all right. The smoking Nick. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me do this really quick. All
Take
right.
your
There we
time, man.
go. All right. What's good,
G
Adam?
Money. Adam, what's good, homie?
What's good, boss? Corey Lee, what's good?
What's good,
Yeah,
baby?
we chilling.
Yeah, man. Hey, the team y'all need to be concerned about is Sacramento.
The team we need to be
Where you
concerned
at?
about is the Knicks.
Exactly, bro.
No, y'all need to be concerned about Sacramento. They're a dangerous team.
Um,
They're dangerous over in the West Coast. Let's do our thing right here in the East.
yeah, man.
They're a dangerous team.
Yeah, man.
They just beat the Warriors twice on their home floor.
Hey, Adam, and guess what? When we did the prediction show, you
Uh huh.
and you and IKBM Dre picked the Warriors. Remember?
Yeah.
Told
Hey,
y'all, and I told y'all that they may sweep the Warriors because the dynasty is over, and y'all laughed at me. Remember that?
nah, I don't see the Kings sweeping them, but I do see the
You didn't
Warriors.
see the Kings beating them. Remember, I got it on paper. I got it on paper right here in front of me. I wrote it
Um,
down.
well, I never said the Warriors were going to sweep the Kings. I just said that I see the Warriors in 5 or 6, whatever I said.
Now you're over there backpedaling.
Yeah.
I believe I said I see the Warriors in 5. I think Dre said he sees the Warriors in 6.
oh
So,
man, well you out here looking like Ali on
but
that
hey,
bicycle.
Yeah, he is.
The beam,
hey,
light
G
the beam, light
G
the
Money, what's
beam.
good, G
Salute,
Money?
salute,
Yeah, man.
What's
salute.
good, young man?
Uncle Steve has been spot on with this Warriors Kings prediction. I had the Kings in 7, but I did not think they'll win game 2. I was emphatically wrong. That team has a lot of grit and toughness and depth, man.
Yeah, but I don't think the Warriors gonna get swept. I know the
I
Warriors
agree.
gonna go. I know the Warriors gonna go home and take care of business on their home floor.
That's not guaranteed. I think the Kings get one on the road at home on the road. Because you have to understand, do you trust the Warriors consistently in a close game this year? I don't.
No.
Because and the Kings
Hey,
can get one in Golden State because they limit
the
turnovers. And here's the thing: the
playoffs,
Sacramento shot Paul from three and still won the game. Think about that.
Yeah.
So what was it? They hit threes. Then what?
Yeah.
whatever the Kings did to the Warriors in the regular season, you could throw that out the door. This is a different animal, a
Mm-hmm.
different game. This is the playoffs.
Right.
The Warriors know how to come back from down 2-0.
They were never down 2-0. This is the first time ever in the Steph Curry era.
Yeah.
And
What are you?
remember,
Yeah. What are we
And
talking about?
I have a feeling they're gonna come back.
they're not going to come back. They're not
Oh,
because it's a different
really?
team.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a different
Uh,
team.
all right. Well,
You
we'll
really
see.
think the
We'll see.
I don't really need to see these two games is all I need to see. You
Right.
really these two games is all I need to see. Think about this, man. I mean, look at this game. Sacramento bricked a lot of free throws. The Kings were trying to get this game to the Warriors at times. They
Right.
were. Like, they were missing free throws, turn over the ball like crazy, and the Warriors still didn't take advantage. You really trust the Warriors to win in Sacramento, in that building?
No. No.
Anything
And G Money.
anything can happen.
And
It
right.
can happen, but it
Right.
won't happen.
Right.
Anything can happen.
It can, but it won't. The Nets could beat the Sixers, but they're not going to.
If the Warriors win their 2 games at home and go back to Sacramento with the series tied 2-2, it's a different series.
But that's if. What was it they don't? That's if.
It's I have
Right.
faith in the Warriors.
And the thing too is that Adam, that you not realizing, you thinking that the Golden State Warriors are going home, right? right?
They go home down 2-0, but I still feel
But
that
the
they had
Kings are a great
confidence.
road team.
Right, right.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen. Man, y'all cut me off before I got to my point. Y'all already said that, which I said 3 times already. What I'm saying is this. Sacramento, California, right?
Mm-hmm.
And San Francisco, California are not that far apart. It's not like Golden State traveled all the way to Memphis and went down 2-0. All they had to do was get on a bus, right? It's not like they had to leave a time zone. They didn't have to travel for 3 or 4 hours. They didn't have to prepare overnight bags and all that stuff, right? For Sacramento, and Golden State, it's like New York playing Philadelphia in the playoffs, or New York playing Toronto in the. There's a difference between the road and home games when it's like the smoking Nick is here. Smoke. How far is Sacramento from San Francisco?
About an hour and a half.
About an hour and a, so it's closer than Philly to us.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Driving, you could get there in an hour and a half tops to San Francisco.
Right. So this excuse like Golden State is on the road like they playing in Minnesota is crazy. Yeah.
But the one thing I will say is I give it to these fans out here. I've lived out here a long time. These dudes love the motherfucking Kings, bro. Real talk. And the atmosphere is it's not like every other stadium. You know what I mean? You got to deal with that.
Golden One Center is bonkers. Golden One Center.
I'm telling you, I go there once a year. It's crazy in there, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I appreciate
you're not going to their stadium and taking over their stadium. It's not happening. I'm telling you, it's not happening.
Okay.
Right.
You would never expect that out being out here. These dudes love the Kings. Love them.
Right.
Like we love the Knicks. This how these dudes love the Kings, fam.
Almost, bro. I talked to the King. I talked to the there's a dude that has a Kings channel. I talked to him, and he was like, they be doing cowbells and all types of stuff. Cats is crazy for the Kings.
Yeah, and then they just started lighting the beam. Yeah, man. I remember when I did a little what I would call a semester, and dudes was lining up at the TV talking about I need to watch the Kings game every night. But I'm like, they trash. He like, but this my team. I'm like, all right, I get you. Loyal to the soil. I can respect that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they're very loyal. And people saying, right. Another thing too. I know Steph almost at 30, but if you actually watch the game, they made it tough on Steph Curry. They were trapping him, physical, fighting through double teams, screens. They were trapping Steph Curry every time. Klay Thompson got hot early in the fourth quarter, but do you trust Klay Thompson to be consistent? I don't. He's too feast or famine to me.
Right. You know, he led the NBA in 3-point attempts.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And Andrew Wiggins, where was he? He had a good third quarter. Where was he down the stretch, though?
Right.
Like the fourth. And Draymond Green's a bonehead. I mean, stepping on Sabonis, man, was just so disrespectful, stupid, and wrong.
Well, that's not his fault because he was trying to get out of that, getting his leg grabbed. He was literally trying to get out of that.
Grab. You don't got no right to stomp on people, bro.
Exactly.
I don't think he did that on purpose. He was trying to jump out of there, and his foot ended up stepping on him.
You have stomp him and then you step on him. Come on, bro.
Yeah, but I don't think he did that on purpose.
Come on, bro. It's
Purpose
I
or
don't think he did that on
You have
purpose.
stomp him and then you step on
Purpose
him.
or not, you don't step on somebody. Purpose or
Come
not.
on, man.
Well,
Hey,
you have to blame
somebody got something playing in the
for that.
background. You need to turn whatever that is in the background you got playing. Man, you need to turn it off.
And De'Aaron Fox came alive in the fourth quarter again. Man, the ferocious Fox, Swiper the Fox, man, he's a clutch fourth quarter assassin.
Yep. Yeah, man. And so what I'm getting at ultimately, man, is y'all got to trust Uncle Freezy. Uncle Freezy know what he be talking about sometimes.
It's true. You've been riding the money. Yep.
Sometimes, and remember, you and Drake, y'all laughed in my face. Which I'm not sensitive. I'm not touchy like that. But it was funny when I picked Sacramento. It was funny. Y'all laughed at me.
Well, I picked Sacramento too. Don't
Yeah,
forget.
I said the dynasty is over. Every dynasty comes to an end. You know, so I pointed out that San Antonio's dynasty had to come to an end, right? The
Yep.
Miami Heat's dynasty had to come to an end. It happens,
Yep.
bro. They don't last forever.
Mm-hmm.
And the quicker you realize you're at the end of the road, the faster you can start your rebuild and move towards winning some more championships. That was
true.
that was the thing. That was the point I was trying to make about the Golden State prediction. You know what I'm saying? But guys laughed. I also pointed out that I wanted Milwaukee to get roughed up, right?
They might even lose in the first round. They might.
Right, and I got laughed at again. I got laughed at again, right?
Yep.
In the Milwaukee series, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
yeah, what I'm saying to you, ultimately, you know, and ultimately, what I'm getting at is this is a season where anybody can get the business.
It's true. It's true.
Anybody can get the business.
The Hawks can beat the Celtics. You never know.
Yeah, you never know, and you know what else? Cleveland can get the business from the Knicks.
That's true. Or Cleveland could come back and beat New York. Yeah.
Right. You never know, man. That everybody's got to bring their A game every night in the playoffs. Nobody's going to be given anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. Freeze Adamas. Another thing too, the Kings are just Kings offensive rebound, especially in that third quarter, exquisite, man. They kept the ship on top of the water. Sabonis, Monk, Herter, got rebounds on that team, man. I mean, look, is it going to be easy for the Kings to win in Golden State? No, it's not. It's going to be a war. But I'm not listening to people saying the Warriors are coming back. I'm not listening to that because here's the thing. Another thing too, Draymond got ejected. It's a possibility he could get suspended for Game 3. It's a possibility.
Right.
I hope not.
Yo, somebody got something playing in the background. I'm just gonna ask if somebody don't turn it off. I gotta remove all of y'all from the thing, man. Somebody got something playing in the background. Is if we get a strike for that, man, because somebody slacked, then we're gonna have to change everything.
Yeah, I'm not playing anything.
Me neither. I'm not wrong.
Me either.
No, it ain't me.
Okay, there it
Probably
is.
Ghost. Probably Steph Curry.
Probably maybe Steph Curry. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was seeing something, man. But we'll get it right.
Yep.
But here's the thing. How comfortable are y'all with the Knicks going into Game 2 knowing Josh Hart is out? Or maybe out?
What happened to Josh Hart?
Ankle.
Sprained ankle.
Oh, come on.
I think his sprained ankle is not as severe. You know, he probably woke up with a little swelling, a little stiffness.
Yeah.
I think he could play through that. If he can't, then he can't. You know, it's up to the medical staff. They get paid big dollars for. But somebody has to step up. That's all that is. Next man up.
Yeah, I think the Knicks would be fine without Josh Hart.
Yeah, we deep enough, and R.J. Barrett due for a good game because his last shooting performance wasn't the best. So I anticipate that he wants to do a little more than he did previously. So even if Josh Hart doesn't play, I did like R.J.'s defense. You know, he got cooked a couple times, but overall, he played a solid game. So
He did.
Very solid game.
Defensively is what I'm picking
And
up.
playmaking too.
But so if he could bring more of that defensive intensity and, you know, just go 8 for 15, I'll be happy with him.
Yep. For me, we are a very deep team. New York is very deep, have a lot of playmakers. I don't think we'll win Game 2. I think we'll win the series, but it's hard to win. But something tells me Cleveland's going to get Game 2. They do it for a win at home at some point. I think New York is going to win the series. I think we'll win at home, but I think we might lose game 2. But I think it'll be competitive, though.
Okay. All right. What you thinking, Lee?
I'm thinking about where this boy bumped his head at, but stop. I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you, Gideon. but but me, what I'm thinking, I think it's gonna be a very competitive game. I think it's gonna be much closer than what we anticipate. And
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be another mano blow for blow type of game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, between Brunson and Mitchell.
Right.
Now, the biggest things we need to do is number one, keep that get on that glass. That glass is the most important thing. You know, and as long as we impose our physicality still,
Agreed.
and the refs don't go ape crap, you know what I'm saying, as far as with the calls, and allow us to keep playing what we play. Oh, it's on. It's on. I think we can get them. I think he can poke one out. And also too, I think if Randall's shaking off some of that rust, oh, because he didn't play as well as he possibly could have. So
Oh, yeah.
with that
He only
said,
went
just
for
imagine.
19 and 10.
Beg your pardon?
He only went for 19 and 10.
Yeah, only.
Only.
Only. That's good for role players, but for Randall, it's slow for him. And Randall was big with clutch rebounding, too.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
so I
gotta,
mean,
we gotta put in perspective. That was his first game back off an ankle injury, and he still gave you 10 rebounds, solid,
Echo.
and the game winning offensive
There's an
rebound.
echo.
Listen,
There's an echo.
I said ankle,
No,
and
no,
I
no,
said,
no. That's not what he said.
I said
Hey,
it's an echo.
I got it. I got it. Hold on. I got it. Dre, you got to echo.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my bad. My bad. Go ahead.
You're good.
sorry, but I was just saying that like, and he got the game winning offensive rebound at the end. So it shows you that, you know, he was getting in shape throughout the game, but he still was showing effort and giving you everything he had. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You can only appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
no, I like the fact that how you know one thing it showed me a little bit like he knows when to hold himself together and when not to is when Mitchell went out his way to try to really get him amped up.
All right.
That little push.
Let us go down this road of the game 2 predictions first, because we started down that road before we start getting into like the
Oh, my
in-game
bad.
analysis and all of that. Just want to continue going around the room to get everybody's game 2 breakdown and importance, and then we'll move on to that just real quick before because you know the conversation will start to diverge if we don't keep it braided up. You know what I'm saying? And Adam, what are you thinking about for game 2?
That's going to be a key game for the Knicks to try to win. Coming home up 2-0, that is going to be key. If the Knicks come home with the series tied at 1 apiece, I'm about to
What's your
really
game 2? What's
think
your
of
game 2 prognosis though? Not game 3.
game 2 prognosis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He's trying. Honestly, what Freeze is trying to say is that what's your prediction how game 2 is going to go?
Oh, I think it's going to be a lot of action on both teams.
Yep.
I truly believe Cleveland's going to come out playing angry and physical. They don't want to come to New York down 2-0, so I truly believe both teams are going to put their best efforts on the floor. But the Knicks have to find a way to win game 2. If they don't, they can be, not in smooth sailing coming home.
Right. That's for game 3 though. So you don't have anything to say for game 2. Okay. Hey Dre, what's good,
No.
bro?
I was talking about game 2.
But you kept saying coming home. Game 3.
I said the Knicks have to find a way to win game 2 because they want to come home up 2-0 and
Mhm.
take care of business at home.
Yeah.
If the Knicks lose game 2, this series can go this series can go a different way.
Okay.
I don't
What
see
up?
the
What up, y'all?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Dre?
What
what
up?
up,
What up?
Jay?
What up, Lee? What up, Adam? What up, G? What up, Smoking Nick? What up,
What's
Freezy? What
going
up to
on?
the chat?
Salute.
Well, it's really dependent on Hart if he plays or not. Well, it's not completely dependent on that, but I kind of have, if it makes any sense, like going back to the last Cleveland game we played against them in the regular season. Deuce actually looked really good against those two shifty small guards. So I'm not saying it's going to be contingent on just Deuce, but I think he could give us a productive 6 minutes in each half while Brunson gets his blow, while our other guards get their blow. Because you know they're going to run their guys the entire time. And what you want to do with those two guards, you want to beat them up over the course of the game. But so by the time they're midway through the fourth quarter, they dead tired. They're short on all their jump shots. We're putting pressure on their body. We get them with body blows. So I feel like I don't know if I can make a prediction that we'll win, but we will be in the game going down the end. I don't know if you make the correct plays to win the game at the end, but I don't think like we don't. If there's been a theme about the Knicks this year, we don't get blown out.
Okay.
True.
Okay.
True.
So what you
It
think?
it usually just comes down to execution at the end.
Agreed.
You don't think after you've seen us perform in late game situations as of late more often than not, you don't think we're capable of doing that?
What about what you think? What you thinking?
What I think is that we can execute because we've seen Cleveland give us one of their best shots, the best they could do on Saturday, and we withstood and we stood our ground and we finished the deal. You feel what I'm saying? So I expect them to adjust and to make some type of adjustment. I don't know what that adjustment gonna be because I don't really care what they're gonna do because I'm really just focused on what we should be doing. But I think we just look like the more physical team, the more clutch team, the deeper team. You know, we just look like we had more people that we really could rely on.
Right.
I agree with that. I agree with that, Smoking Nick.
Right. Hold on.
Not
Hold
okay.
on.
Okay.
Hold on.
You got to go around.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
fault.
we just want to go. Yeah,
Got
we're
you.
gonna go let everybody get their turn, and then we're gonna start with the combo. I just want to make sure that everybody established
Right.
they. So in my opinion, I think the mere fact that we're giving Cleveland excuses to win means more so than that we are scared of the situation that we're in, right? And here's why I say that. Our best defensive lineup does not include Josh Hart, but it does include Miles McBride.
True.
And when I look at Cleveland's lineup of two short guards, it plays right into the hands of our best defensive lineup. Now, who's going to stop Donovan Mitchell? No one, right?
Yep. Right.
But the lineup of quickly at the point, Deuce at the 2, Grimes at the 3, Randall at the 4, and Mitchell Robinson at the 5 is our best statistical defensive lineup, right? And in that lineup, it gives you everything that you want defensively, right? We have we have 3 guards in the same lineup that can all guard Donovan Mitchell, regardless if there's a switch or not. We have 3 guards that can guard Darius Garland, whether they are switches on ball or not, right? And we still get the physicality to rough up Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen in the paint. Jarrett Allen had 14 rebounds in game 1, and you didn't even notice.
Well, because he played 43 minutes.
Right. And so what I'm saying is in game 2, I'm predicting the Knicks to win by 11 to 13 points. something like 121, 110, 123, 110, right? And the only reason why I think it'll be that close is because Cleveland makes a run late.
Yeah.
Right, and so
Right.
and so while I don't want to disrespect Cleveland, I think Cleveland is a great team, and Jalen Brunson in an interview today, I counted the amount of times that he said Cleveland is a great team. In his interview, he said Cleveland is great 7 times in a short little 6-minute video, and y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. If y'all the interview where he was in Cleveland's arena and in practice they had the microphone shoved up in his face, he was like, Cleveland is a great team. Nobody's underestimating Cleveland, right? But if there is a scenario where Brunson needs to go to the bench and you bring in Miles McBride, you sit RJ, and you just go with Quickly, Deuce, Grimes, Randall, Robinson, I think that lineup can stop Cleveland from scoring. Period. Not from putting the ball in the floor. I mean, putting the ball in the basket. Y'all know what I mean. But what I'm saying is that lineup will make it tough for that, because it's already tough for them to score.
It's true.
Right. But
right.
Now that you put that lineup on the floor, I think now they go straight. I think that is where the Knicks can go on those 5-0 runs, those 7-0 runs, those type of runs that help you build a lead. I think you see the Knicks do that, and for that reason, I think the Knicks can hold off the Cavs 121, 110, somewhere in there, because Cleveland's going to score. You don't expect their bench not to score. I expect Dean Wade and Okoro and LeVert and Rubio and all them guys to score more. They won't there. I don't see them being held under 100 again in this series, right?
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
I also don't expect our guys to not score as well. But we'll provide the screws and the clamps to them, not because we're better, but because we're a bad matchup for them.
This is true.
Did
You don't
Lee
think
chime
the
in?
refs
Did
don't play a
Lee
factor,
chime in?
Carl?
Yeah, Lee did.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, when you say bad matchup, it kind of makes sense for you, because their whole defense is based on making you less efficient,
Right.
and our offense isn't efficient at all. It's about being effective.
Right.
It's about sheer volume.
It's being scrappy, putbacks, and
Yeah,
all that type of stuff.
but it's like it's sheer volume. It's out rebounding you, taking care of the ball,
Right.
and just like pulverizing you essentially.
Right.
So, like, against another team, Cleveland's strategy could work perfectly, because you could just be a bog at like an average rebounding team, and it will be fine.
Right.
Yeah.
But against us, unless you're top 10 in defensive rebounding or shooting the lights out of the ball,
Right.
it's going to be rough for you, regardless. Which is the main reason why we rarely get blown out.
Yeah.
Even when we have horrible shooting games, even when other teams are shooting better than us, which teams usually do, even though we have a solid defense.
Right.
Teams usually shoot a higher clip than us. We overcome that with sheer volume.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where the outlook it doesn't look good for them. Even and to respond to Smoking Nick. Well, if you want to consider like getting second chances as execution, yeah, because that's what we did the final minute. We got 2 offensive rebounds the final minute. Like, our initial plan didn't work in terms of scoring.
Right.
But we got the ball because we're just that good at getting loose balls, getting rebounds. So, like, when I say it comes down to execution, sometimes when we're going against a team that is deemed great, you don't take any shame if you lose to them and their building. If they were to take game 2, I wouldn't take any shame in it, because we did what we were supposed to do, and at least take one game, and we did that. So there's no shame in it, and another thing, please, I don't know if it's gonna be like 120, 111 game. We may not keep them under 100 again, but
No, no,
The pace is gonna be
but
the
that's
pace
what
is gonna be slow.
but that's what I
Like,
think though. But like I'm not
right.
saying that's what y'all should think. I'm saying I gave my
Yeah,
opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, for sure, sure.
and the reason why I say that though, Dre,
Mhm.
is I can't see Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes, R.J. Barrett, all three of them together not being able to score 20 points.
I agree. Yeah, that's fair. And to be fair,
Word.
Randall didn't have his most efficient game.
Right,
Neither did Brunson.
right,
Brunson
True.
was 11 for 24.
right.
That is under his averages.
Because let me ask G Money this: G Money, if I told you there was a scenario where Cleveland's defense held Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes, and R.J. Barrett to under 20 points, what would you say?
I would say, oh, Cavaliers may have curb stomped the Knicks by a billion.
Right, right, right. I don't see a scenario where they can stop, they can hold the Knicks to because I think together they would score 10 points altogether or something. So
Yeah.
I don't see a scenario where the Cavs can hold those three guys to 30 points. That's like 10 points apiece.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, for sure. And one other thing, Frizzy, like you mentioned, like these guys had like 14 rebounds and Mobley had 11, but they played 80 minutes combined. That's
Yep.
that's not good. That's not good at all for them.
Right.
Because normally they might accrue that in a good night playing 30 minutes or less. But against us, going up and down, that would be like if Mitch played 43 minutes against the Cavs, he would have 20 boards minimum.
Right. And so the thing also the thing that I want to point out to everybody is we noticed the physicality with the Cavs, right? But we never talked about, and this is for every Knicks show that comes on YouTube. They didn't talk about our physicality on the wings, where Grimes, Josh Hart, and R.J. Barrett were physical on the. You didn't even notice their wing players even showed up, because for Mobley to have 11 rebounds, right,
Mhm.
and
Right.
and for Allen to have 14 rebounds, they did well. That's above their season average, right?
Yeah.
But
Right.
they played above their minutes average.
But
My
hold on,
bad, my bad, Frizzy. My bad,
let me finish. Let me
my
finish.
bad. Yeah,
So,
cool.
but the wing, but all the other areas of the team, their wing players, their backcourt, they were
No, fair.
not as impactful. They didn't hit their season averages in their other areas,
Right,
right? That's the part that
Mhm.
I was going to get to, where we're
right,
not just
right, right.
physical in the front court, we're physical everywhere, and that's tough for teams to deal with on a game-to-game basis, bro. It's tough for you to do that. Donovan Mitchell took 30 shots.
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, because I think Darius Garland had 0 rebounds. Donovan Mitchell had like 1 or 2 or 3 somewhere in there.
Right.
Hart had 10 by himself
By
as
himself.
wing, as a wing guard, wing hybrid, whatever you want to call him. So RJ had 4. I'm sure Grimes got what he had to get in his limited amount of time. So it's one of those things where our whole team, it's our identity, and Tibbs drills it into their heads: get rebounds,
Right.
box out. When you seen an interview with Mitch Robinson, he said Tibbs gets on me for boxing out. Legitimately, if I don't box out, I'll hear it from him. He'll say I had a good game, but you should box out more. which sounds ridiculous because he's number 1 in the league at
And
box
boxing
outs,
out. Right.
and he only plays like 26 minutes a game.
Right. Right. That's one of the things that I want to bring to everyone's attention. Like we're legit talking about how Cleveland is gonna get mad and then come in and play it, but they'll never lose 2 in a row to the Knicks. Surprise! The Cavaliers have lost 4 in a row to the Knicks.
Yep.
So to say that
Different.
their team won't won't lose another one to the Knicks, man, listen, man, I'm
It's
not.
disrespectful.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to say don't want to overstate that Cleveland's a great team, but the numbers show that the Knicks have their number. They beat us once, and Donovan Mitchell was smiling the whole time. Y'all should have traded for me. Y'all out here, this y'all guy. Y'all kept him out of trade for me. And since that moment, Cleveland has not beat us.
And you know how they beat us, Freezy? With two power forwards that were shooting, one of which is non-factor in the series, and one of which is not even on there.
And one of them is not even here no more. Right.
Their lack of spacing is the issue, which makes us such a good matchup against them, because naturally you want to help off shooters. Naturally you want to help off the nail.
Right.
And they don't have anyone to make us pay.
Right. Cleveland. I watched the Cleveland show, and they were out here talking about bench Isaac Okoro and start Danny Green. That's how desperate they are. That's how desperate they are, bro.
Because they need spacing so bad.
Right.
So like when you saw like Donovan Mitchell got up 30 shots, and Darius Garland put up 13 shots. He shot a good percentage, right? But he only could get 13 looks because he was seeing two bodies every time he got to the paint.
It's true. We trapped him. Quick traps. Yep.
Because we didn't honor their shooters at all.
Right. We cut off his floater. We were cutting off his.
Yep.
Darius Garland can listen.
His floater is damn near like Trae Young's floater.
Right. There is no Nick. There is no Nick on this roster that can stay in front of Darius Garland. Let me make that absolutely clear. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But when he does beat you, because it will happen, when he does beat you, do you cut him off early enough where he can't get to his floater?
Exactly.
Right.
And Freezy, like, not to cut you off, but RJ's size actually plays a factor, because when they cut him off, usually he can get to his floater anyway.
Right.
But when RJ's recovering, because they slowed him down just enough, RJ long enough to bother him, so he won't even think about even throwing it up just off the recovery. Which is why he's on him in the first place.
And the interior pass is not there. So we're cutting off the interior pass. You know, the Cleveland is good at that dish off to their bigs, bro.
Yeah, they have good big, like, between the bigs, they can pass to each other pretty well as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's one of the things, man, where I watched this Cleveland game, and I'm not saying I'm not impressed. I can't say it enough that Cleveland's a very good to great team, right? But I think what we do at our highest level is better than what they do at their highest level.
I agree. I agree.
Agree.
Well, what they do is play defense at a high level, but it doesn't really matter, because we play our game as if we're expecting not to shoot a high percentage anyway. So, like, it's one of those things where it's like we would live with an ugly shot as long as we get a chance to get the rebound, as opposed to a live ball turnover.
You know what? And so to the point that's being made is this: their defense is set up to stop the Jason Tatums, the Kevin Durant's, the Jaylen Browns, the Bradley Beals, those type of guys, and our offense is grind out every possession, make these shots count, and things of that sort. And guys come, man, the offensive rebounding advantage that we usually put on teams, when you go back and look at the numbers, it wasn't as significant as what we thought. When you go back and look at it with Cleveland, it's not